Hey, good morning everybody. How you guys doing? So, very early. So early, I needed the dog people mug. You guys know, big coffee, early morning. Still dark out. So, you guys know that once in a while I like to throw just kind of a weird video in there just to see how weird this world can get sometimes. Some of the ones I like to do are cut videos. Jubilee is another one. They're affiliated with Cut. Or I'll do the Fine Brothers react videos. We did the emoji one. By the way, there is a second emoji video out. It's like emojis part 2. I'm going to put a poll up in the corner if you guys want me to, react to the second emoji video. Just go ahead and vote yes or no on that, and that'll be the deciding factor. If you saw the first one, it was pretty funny. The one we are doing this morning is from Jubilee. It is I'm a Porn Star, Ask Me Anything. I believe the title is something like that. Let's find out what they asked a porn star. I've always had some questions I'd like to ask a porn star. I don't know. Have you? Do you have any questions you'd like to ask? Let's find out what they asked and what the answers were. Let's get it.
If you could sleep with any celebrity, like anyone, who would it be?
Like, I really want to hump.
When it comes to...
Did she say hump? I don't think the word hump has been... I'm sorry. I think hump was a word I used like back in junior high. Maybe. And I'm like a lot older than many of you. First of all, I know that girl, but I don't think I know her from porn. Yes, folks, I do watch porn. I think most adult people would, if they were truthful with themselves and to others, would admit that they watch porn. There's nothing wrong with watching porn, guys. Unless you're a sex addict, then it might be a little bit of a problem. Or if it's causing stress in your relationship, maybe you guys need to talk about that. But as a single person, like, even when I was married, I had no problem with my husband watching porn, or he didn't have a problem with me watching porn. I just thought her use of the word hump was pretty funny. But no, I think I've seen her in like regular straight films or something. I'm not really sure, but or modeling or something like that. But let's go back, because this is the guy. I'm sorry. Let's start over, because I know this chick, I know her. I know this face, and it is not from porn.
Celebrity, like anyone, who would it be?
Like, I really want to hump.
When it comes to porn, there's increasingly concrete evidence, science, that the addiction can be real.
So these guys, they just saw you, frankly, as a money machine.
Absolutely.
Some topics are hard to approach.
The fact remains that for an alarming amount of sex offenders, porn was a triggering factor.
Either the subjects are inaccessible or people are uncomfortable discussing them.
It's affected every choice I made for the rest of my life.
So we found those subjects in person, rented a space in Hollywood, and invited our audience and any strangers walking by to come inside and ask them anything.
Hi, I'm Anna Fox, and I am a bona fide porn star, and I'm here to let people ask me questions. Yes.
Are the noises like actually real? Like, are you actually like making these noises because they feel good, or are you just doing it because it's like you gotta act for the camera?
Sometimes they're real. Sometimes I get bored and I forget that I wasn't making any noise, so then I'll just like blurt shit out like threats, like, ah.
So it is like real sex.
Are you religious or spiritual at all?
I would say spiritual. I wouldn't say religious. There's far too many people in a congregation for me to go in there and not think about butts. So I'm pretty spiritual.
Do you ever get psyched out before going to work?
Yes. I do this thing every time I do an anal scene. I'm like, I don't know why you would do that to yourself. And I give myself what I call like the talk to Jesus. And, you know, I like procrastinate for no reason. And then I go to work and I do it and it's completely fine.
Do you masturbate to porn? I feel like if I was a porn star, like, yeah, you might see someone you know and be like, oh fuck, like it's Greg, I can't, like it's not working for me.
I do masturbate to porn, but it's really hard because I know everybody.
Yeah.
I try to like watch like foreign porn, so I don't know anybody, and then I don't know what they're saying, so it's even like extra sexy. I'm like, oh, I don't know what the hell's going on.
That's a good question. Do you masturbate to porn? That's the only thing I use porn for, actually. And I think a lot of women, whether they will admit it to it or not, that's what they use porn for. You know, I think that's interesting because I think more women watch porn than they would ever admit to. For that matter, I think a lot more women masturbate than they would ever admit to. I got a funny story that goes along with that, but we're not sharing that right now.
If you could sleep with any celebrity, like anyone, who would it be?
Like I really want to hump Dwayne Johnson and Idris Elba. Like if I could do it together. And then like I really would like to hump Lenny Kravitz. Those are like, boom. If I could do either one of them or all of them, yeah, I would hump any of those dudes.
That's wild.
Has there been any sex positions that you have used at work that you've taken home into your personal life?
I never actually sat on someone's face in real life, like at home. So now I just sit on faces.
Nice, I love that.
How has being a porn star affected your identity and how you perceive yourself?
Well, now porn makes me feel like I'm a superhero. It gives me a lot of confidence in myself to just do whatever I want to do or try stuff where I used to be like terrified. But yeah, I feel like I'm a superhero.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you feel trapped in the industry and like, do you feel like you could leave at any time you want?
I definitely have the freedom to do whatever I want. I really like the industry, so I would be sad if something came up and I wouldn't be in it anymore.
So I actually am very close with someone who is a porn addict, and I kind of want to know how you feel about the industry producing content that has, you know, compromised relationships and livelihoods due to addiction.
It's up to the person who watches it to, you know, use it responsibly, almost like alcohol, and know that.
Exactly. I mean, that's like asking salesman for Anheuser-Busch, you know, I'm a relative of an alcoholic, and how do you feel about contributing to alcoholism and how alcoholism ruins families? I mean, seriously, addiction is addiction, and it's not her fault that people get addicted to porn, just like it's not a pharmaceutical rep's fault that there is an opioid crisis in this country. You can't do that. That's not a fair question for this woman to ask her. How is it the porn star's fault? It's not. You know, it's the addict's fault. Addictive behavior is, number one, I believe, not all, but many addicts are addicts because I'm one of the mental health practitioners that believe that there's an addictive gene. I come from it, and I also know a lot of people who do, and I actually counsel people who come from families of addiction, and something you have to be aware of. The other thing is that you cause your own addictions. You know, no one sits there and forces that needle in your arm that has heroin in it. You do that on your own. No one forces that computer screen in front of your face that has porn on it the very first time you watch it, and then continues to watch it, and then watches it and watches it. No one then has you married and has a girlfriend or a boyfriend that then has an issue with you watching porn. That isn't your own environment. That has nothing to do with the actual characters on that screen. And I think this woman's question is unfair to her. And I think she's giving a really good response back. So let's back this up. By the way, when she says a friend, come on.
Very close with someone who is a porn addict, and I kind of want to know how you feel about the industry producing content that has, you know, compromised relationships and livelihoods due to addiction.
It's up to the person who watches it to, you know, use it responsibly, almost like alcohol, and know that it's a fantasy that we're filming. It's not actual, you know, real life.
I don't know much about like the discourse of mental health among the people in the porn industry, so I was just wondering what your take is.
I think that mental health is definitely an issue in porn because we're so physical with people. So they have this whole thing, pineapple support for performers that feel any kind of, you know, any kind of way about anything, like they're on set or if they're at home or if they're out of state. And then we're kind of like a little community, so like it's pretty easy to hit up one of like your girlfriends or your agent or something to have somebody to talk to.
Oh, that's really nice actually. I did not know that.
Pineapplesupport.com. I'm going to have to check them out. I didn't know that either, although I think that's a really good thing. I think any job, there's pressures, and mental health is a huge issue in this country today. And we've talked about this on many occasions, but I think in the sex industry, of course, there would be, I think, extra factors that would go into it. Now, I want to make it very clear here that there is healthy and legitimate porn in the porn industry, and then there is human trafficking and illegal ways of porn being made, and that is unhealthy. The stuff that you see that is less legitimate is going to be stuff that looks a lot more amateur or homemade, and mostly if you see a lot of cam girls, cam guys, or if you see, and this goes beyond porn, but if you go online and you try to get a prostitute or you try to get a call girl or whatever they're calling them these days online, those are generally human trafficking sites, and you need to be very careful that way. It sounds like she is in the legitimate porn industry, and the fact that they have this is very cool. And I am going to check out pineapplesupport.com and see what kind of site it is and what it does offer them, just out of curiosity as a mental health professional.
Do you feel devalued by like the crew and the directors and the producers, or do you feel like you guys are like a pretty good community?
They're like some of my best friends. Like I visit their houses and like their kids and stuff, and you know, we're like really close. They've been watching my butthole in HD for a while now, so.
Here's the deal. She obviously gets paid very well for what she does because she does anal. Many, depending on what someone will do or won't do.
You know, we're pretty close with each other, and they definitely respect me and like taught me, if anything, to respect myself.
How do like the pay rates work? Because I know like a lot of people are different sexualities and also like gender and also race. Does that play a role in pay rate?
There's interracial rates, so only white girls get paid extra to have sex with black people. Wow. So it's interracial. So it only applies to white women having sex with black people.
Now that I did not know. And obviously we're seeing here, even in this industry, white privilege, right? So that sucks. And I can't believe even in porn, there's a racial divide there where, I'm sorry, that really pissed me off to hear that. Just give me a minute before I say something I don't mean.
Well, not vice versa. So that is a big old thing.
What do you think about like what many people get education about like sex and romance like from sexual pornography?
I definitely do not think that we are Sex 101, which we are a fantasy guide, if anything. And it kind of sucks that people are using porn to educate themselves on how to have sex, because we're cheating. we're definitely cheating. We get to cut, we get to drink water and stuff, you know. But it's definitely an exaggerated form of sex. For the most part, people are not gaping on Tuesday night. Yay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I guess that's it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching the video.
And be sure to comment, like, and subscribe.
Bye.
So I really liked that. I mean, she was actually really, really friendly. She actually gave out really good knowledge, even to the people who were a little judgmental or snooty to her. Really, only one person was. She was very patient. She just articulated what she had to say. She didn't get snotty with her back. And I think, you know, that was pretty cool. I mean, it was just factual. I guess, I mean, the one thing that really got to me was that even in the porn industry, there is white privilege. The fact that a white female porn star is the only one who gets paid to do interracial sex. Why? I don't think she should get paid extra. Why? In the world today, how many interracial relationships are there? I mean, there are a gazillion. So why should she get paid extra? No one else is getting paid extra for it. If a white woman doesn't want to do interracial sex, don't hire the bitch. Hire the next one that comes along who will do it. That's what I wanted to say. That's my feeling on it. Anyway, yeah, so this turned out to be more of a informational video than a fun video, although she was fun. And I still know I know that girl from somewhere. I don't think it's just from porn. Yeah, pretty girl, very honest. To be honest with you, I hope she doesn't stay. She says she loves the porn industry. That's wonderful. But I hope that she actually does do something else, like as far as acting or in something else with her life, because you don't want to be an old porn star. You just don't. It's not flattering. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was just something a little fun and a little different to do to start our morning off with. I'll catch you guys at the next video. You guys have a fantastic day. Please remember to comment, like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when my next video drops. And hey, let me know down in the comments, what would you ask a porn star? I'd be interested to know. Yeah. And don't forget about the poll I'm going to put up in the top of this. Do you guys want me to do the second emoji video that the Fine Brothers put together? Because we had fun with the first one. Okay. You guys have a fantastic day, and please take care of each other, because no one else is going to. Ciao.